NBC 10's High School Blitz is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. This week on the High School Blitz, defending a championship, 3 area title teams show us why commitment, confidence, and a reliable alarm clock are needed for on-field success.
I told myself, like, if I get out of this, I want to help give back in some capacity, whatever that is.
This former South Jersey All-Star is using his darkest day to enlighten football's first responders.
I've never seen a camp like this.
Hold that stand.
300 college coaches, 1,900 athletes, all embracing one cancer survivor's powerful message of hope. Next on the High School Blitz.
Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest came. Ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it
ready for Skyline.
We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on.
Oh, the music always gets us ready. We are almost there, almost the time of year for high school football. And every Saturday, once again, we're going to be bringing you the very best plays, the best cheers, the best bands from all across our region. I'm John Clora.
And I'm Jillian Mealy. Pennsylvania begins play on Friday. Delaware and South Jersey start the following week. Let's begin our season preview with one of the top teams in Pennsylvania. St. Joseph's Prep won its first state title last season. And now this year, John, they have to defend that championship, and they start doing it before the sun is even up.
There is this kind of, I guess, romantic notion to kind of practicing at that time of the day, and just the whole ambiance of the park and the moon and the dew on the field.
Let's go, let's go! The moon's still up!
Yeah, I think it's become a rite of passage for our kids. It's kind of a neat tradition that started here.
Let's go, let's wake it up! Great day to get better, man! Great day to get better, let's go!
Now get back in your lane, stack, quick.
To me, the football field is a classroom.
Don't step outside your frame, guys. Keep your feet right underneath your hips.
We're trying to teach these young men to become men. The game of football is what we use to teach those lessons. Sometimes it's a word of encouragement.
Beautiful. See that?
Sometimes it's a kick in the butt.
Close your stance! Get to his hip!
And then it's always rebuilding them, always loving them.
You don't expect me to tell you I love you every day. All right? Just know that I love you because I'm here every day. And I work hard for you every day. That's how I show my love for you.
You okay? Anything I can do for you?
We all respond well to him. You know, when you respect a guy so much, anything he tells you to do, you'll do it.
You know, we lost the game 42-0 last year. I challenge anybody to tell me that they can find another state champion somewhere in the country that lost the game 42-0 and went on to win the state championship.
You can do things other people can't do. And you're going to continue to prove that because we're going to continue to demand the best from each other every day. And that ain't easy.
To me, toughness was my father, an immigrant who woke up in the mornings, went to work every day, 6 days a week to provide for his family. There was no fanfare for him. There were no pep rallies for him, right? His name was never in a newspaper, but he got up and he did that every day because he wanted to take care of the people that he loved.
Move over! Get down here!
He's always telling us stories and finding your source, like something that happened to your life that you can use when you're on the field to give your best effort, because you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for the team.
No one is rooting more for you than I am.
Like at the end of the day, it's not about trophies, right? It's not about, your name being retired. It's about the people you impact. My dad's legacy lives through me, which lives hopefully through the players I coach, right? Which hopefully someday will live through the people that they touch. The hope is that at the end of the day, we're happy with our product. Whether that's a state championship or not, honestly, I don't care. At the end of the day, we're teaching young men.
The Prep has some high Division I college commitments. John Reed is going to play for Penn State next season.
And you know this name. You saw him. John Daniel Runyon is committed to the University of Michigan. That is his father's alma mater. You know his dad, right? There he is, John Runyon Sr. Played 9 of his 14 NFL seasons with the Eagles. Also a congressman. He's been getting up real early with the team this summer, sharing his football knowledge with the coaching staff and the players. And another top recruit in our area is a 6'5", 225-pound quarterback chaser. He is from Philadelphia's George Washington High School. Big guy.
That's right. And his name is Sharif Miller. He already has more than 20 coaches wanting him to play at their school. But before he can do that, Sharif has a lot to tackle.
There you go. There you go.
It's more than the start of the senior football season for defensive end Sharif Miller. Good job, good job.
It's a new school and a new team.
It was kind of tough, like, going over to Washington from Frankfurt. But Frankfurt was better than Washington. We won the championship the last 2 years, but Washington got a real good program. They got a lot of tradition.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
I knew this kid was going to be special.
Rashid Muhammad is the assistant coach at George Washington and coached Miller when he was young.
There you go.
He is now one of Sharif's best mentors and says this kid is a game changer on the field.
Our record last year was 4-5. I don't think we losing 5 games this year with Sharif Miller on the field.
The move to George Washington is going to bring a lot of great opportunity for Sharif on this field. But the positive impact of the community, that's really going to make the transition worth it.
I made the decision for my kids' well-being. I wanted them to be out of that environment. I didn't want my kids to have to worry about walking outside, getting, robbed, killed. I just wanted better for them.
Open this.
So now Sharif can focus on college.
Arizona State, University of Indiana. I'm up to 24 scholarship, offer scholarship.
24?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Thank you. The nation is watching. Sun Devils on the award list. Coaching staff and I feel that you will make a positive impact.
That's a really big deal. Do you realize that?
Yes, it is. I just humble myself.
I can tell.
I try to stay humble, just focus on, that's a good thing, but I just want to focus on my grade. This is game.
He gets more mail than I get.
Like 50 letters a day. Plus a letter from Oregon, Boston College, Pittsburgh. My official scholarships,
Sharif has a big decision in front of him, one his family wants him to make.
And whatever decision he does, I will pack up and I will fly to wherever he is, so it doesn't matter.
It's kind of tough, stressful, you got to worry about college, and you got to worry about academics, then you got to worry about this football year, so I'm going to try to keep it all in a box. I'm going to be all right.
Sharif is kind of just starting to make a lot of his school visits, and right now he doesn't have a favorite. Rutgers actually gave him the first offer. Temple, though, that's in the running locally.
As a Temple guy, we need you, Sharif, please. All right, imagine heading and needing to beat 3 undefeated teams on into the playoffs.
That's what Coach kept saying. He said you guys are going to make history if you win all these 3 games.
How this small-town South Jersey team succeeded on an improbable championship journey. Plus,
without those initial steps that were taken that day on that field, and without that surgery, I certainly wouldn't be walking today.
Doctors gave him a 5% chance of walking again. Now he's making strides to protect football's future. That's still ahead on the High School Blitz.
All right, you can pick the season's first game of the week. Here are the choices. Frankfurt at Downingtown East, LaSalle on the road against North Penn, or Martin Luther King and Coatesville. Call or text your vote to 610-624-4111 or go to NBC10.com. The game with the most votes will be featured on next week's High School Blitz.
Yeah, and check out the High School Blitz page on NBC10.com. Great highlights and stories on there. And if you have a great football story at your school, this is the place to send us an email.
That's right. Haddonfield has won 2 of the last 4 South Jersey Group 2 titles, and last season's championship run, that was unique.
It was really amazing. Haddonfield upset 3 undefeated, higher-ranked teams in the playoffs, West Defford, Camden, and then the title game win over Woodstown. In 39 years of playoff football in this state, there has never been a journey quite like this.
Let's have fun out here, man. Run around.
Quick, come on. Boom, get in there. All I know is it never had been done. That's what Coach kept saying. He said you guys are going to make history if you win all these 3 games, and we did.
To our knowledge, I don't know of anyone in South Jersey who's ever done that.
Last year was definitely the best year of football I've ever experienced.
It's probably the best year of football in my life.
Now we have the target on our back.
Say go. Hey guys,
I think to kids who have lesser character may have been a little skeptical. Maybe this mountain is a little bit too high, but, not for them. They embrace the challenge. Get better, man. Get better. Bottom line is some people dream about things, but others go out and do it. Attack. Hit it. Bam. Good job. How are we going to make this 2014 team the best possible team that we can be? When you are invested in them, outside of the face mask, I think you can get them to invest when they're behind the face mask. We've done some great things, and we're capable of doing some even better things. The average guy might be still down at the beach right now enjoying himself. You chose to do something great. You didn't choose to be an average man. Ball's on the left hash. Let's go. 528 boot. Base left, 528 boot. Here, 2 high shell. Ah, good.
Repeating is the hardest thing in sports to do. And I think it's a great challenge, and I think that it helps everyone play better. In the weight room, you see it. People are putting up big weight. People are screaming for him and cheering for him on the practice field. If something good happens as a pick or a touchdown, everyone goes nuts. I think that makes the environment better and makes everyone play at a higher level.
Get around, chip it down. Good. This H on the helmet is bigger than all of us. We've been playing football since 1893. We want to respect the game. We want to respect our opponents, and have a ton of respect for the town and the community in which we represent.
Hey, how's it go? Yeah.
Haddonfield's journey, it's historic, and Adam Talafero's journey, it's simply miraculous. It was nearly 14 years ago that Talafero went from being a highly regarded Penn State freshman to fearing that he'd never walk again.
Yeah, he truly is an inspiration. It was a spinal injury on the field that left him paralyzed. That moment was the start of a journey of personal triumph and a commitment to make football a safer game.
The life lessons that I learned going through that injury were priceless. What would have been if I didn't have those people there for me?
In Adam Talafero's darkest moment, he found solace when athletic trainers reached his side.
They mobilized me, stopped me from injuring myself more by trying to move around on the field. And what was really helpful for me was I was given a steroid that really helped reduce the swelling of my spinal column. Without those initial steps that were taken that day on that field, and without that surgery, I certainly wouldn't be walking today. Yeah, I know, it was a nice day.
Talafero now walks with determination. His stride is powered by purpose to help make the game he still loves a safer sport.
I told myself, if I get out of this, I want to help give back in some capacity, whatever that is. All you individuals are people that give folks like myself a chance.
Talafero's promise was alive this spring.
We always don't need to be placing these individuals on the spine board.
He invited high school trainers to spend a day learning new techniques for treating a player who has suffered a catastrophic trauma.
Let's attack the pull method.
We're going to have some actual hands-on simulations that go on so people can really put what they learned into action.
Ready to go. It's the difference between life and death. Those first 5-10 minutes, that initial assessment, that primary care of the athlete on the sideline is extremely important.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Adam Talafero Foundation mission.
Education was in action at last month's Adam Talafero All-Star Game. It featured the area's best talent and raised money to make the game safer.
Basically, it's just one last chance for our high school players here in South Jersey to showcase their talents. When football was taken away, I realized that there's so many other important things in life. For me, being able to interact with someone and let them know that you're going to be okay, that's better than scoring any touchdown or grabbing an interception, because that's what life is about, helping other people.
And the Adam Talafero Foundation hopes to exceed $1 million in total donations this year.
This is like the Karate Kid. It's like Mr. Miyagi. We're going to wax on, wax off.
Repetition and hard work form the foundation for this Delaware State champion. Plus,
if all our players were as tough as Lauren, we'd probably never lose a game.
She's a survivor and leader of a football fight against pediatric cancer. That's still ahead on the High School Blitz.
Welcome back to the Blitz. We continue to look at what it takes to defend a championship by going inside a program that's won 4 of the past 9 Delaware State Division I titles.
Yeah, Delaware dominating. Salesianum High School success is forged on the practice field. Every movement and every inch is literally measured and mastered.
Let's hear it loud.
We take a lot of pride in teaching the basics of football. We want our kids to be comfortable. We want our kids to be confident. We start from scratch every single year and every day, and we concentrate on the basics. It's what makes us different. Our kids are not always the bigger kids or the faster kids or the stronger kids. Lineman, get set. 2, 3, right here. but our kids are fundamentally sound and our kids are very well prepared, and as a result I think our kids are very confident, and with confidence comes increased intensity.
If I do that, you're falling down. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that shouldn't happen.
We might be undersized and we might not be the fastest, but us being technical, it really makes it easier for us to compete with the more athletic and bigger teams out there.
Step right, hit right.
We'll be in December playing, like having a practice for the championship. We'll be doing the same exact stuff we win the first day of practice. Every single practice we go over stance, steps, hand placement, head.
Help each other out. If you see somebody's knees wrong, somebody wrong, point it out, help them out. This is like the Karate Kid. It's like Mr. Miyagi. We're going to wax on, wax off. It's little stuff that now we're going to put towards what we do on the field. Bring your hands quickly and violently. They believe in it, and it works. Once you do that, extra snap, you bring it right to your belt. I think just the tenacity of our kids, their belief in the tradition of football here at Salesianum really helps out. There is an intense pride in just that gold helmet. And, you know, I've had kids cry when they got their gold helmet. Kids that are freshmen that are coming here for the first time, and they get that gold helmet because they know that their father before them played and their grandfather before them played. It's a big deal.
Gotta love the Mr. Miyagi reference there. For the past 11 summers, hundreds of high school football players from all around the country crowd the fields at Lafayette College. Athletes hungry for football knowledge are paired up with top college coaches. Charitable donations for pediatric cancer research and support make it all happen.
That's right. Lauren's First and Goal football camp teaches far more than the X's and O's. The camp's namesake, a 17-year-old brain tumor survivor, provides the motivation, giving everyone a lesson in courage, toughness, and hope.
It's funny, the first year we had 56 college coaches. I knew every one of them. And we had about 325 kids, which is a lot.
Seniors, red and white tent, underclassmen, young white tent to the left.
Anybody who's a senior, you're going to be on defense first.
So we hope this thing keeps snowballing. We got over 300 college coaches from 104 institutions.
Representing Bucknell University, Brown University, West Point, here with all my guys.
I coach the inside linebackers at Cornell University.
Thanks for coming, guys. They all came here and volunteered their time to teach you football, coach you in football. You're going to learn more than just football today.
With my outside arm, I'm going to pin his outside elbow, okay?
Coaches see kids, kids see coaches, and it all goes to pediatric brain tumor research and cancer services, so everybody wins.
I've never seen a camp like this. There's not any camp you can go to anywhere in the country where you get in front of 300 coaches.
Hold that stance.
I'm sure that a lot of coaches that come and meet Lauren get hooked and want to come back.
She was born with a genetic disorder called neurofibromatosis type 1. She has multiple brain tumors. She had a malignant sarcoma in her spine. She's blind in one eye, visually impaired in the other. She's had several strokes.
You gonna give your talk soon?
Yeah.
Good.
She's probably the strongest person I've ever known.
It's all set for you.
I think that I've been through so much, and I go through it with a positive attitude. I'm impressed with myself. First, I want to thank everybody for coming.
She may not have certain gifts of physical strength or endurance, but she can share a really important gift by sharing her story.
A lot of times we think of what we can't do instead of being thankful for the gifts God has given us.
Great job, honey.
It makes me feel really happy and proud that they're all here doing this, learning and discovering their gifts.
Ready, go!
To help others.
We've provided over $1.5 million in grants.
What happens after this, there'll be a handful of kids and some other kids that will actually do fundraisers and do some things, and they'll give us back money. It happens every year because it touches them and they say, hey, you know what, that was a great deal. How else can I help?
She has her name on something big that, hundreds of college coaches come to and support every year. So that was just a motivational part for me. And I think it was a lot of motivation for a lot of other people here.
If all our players were as tough as Lauren, we'd probably never lose a game.
It's a great story, and Lauren's father is the former Lafayette College defensive coordinator. He's moving on to be an assistant head coach at Army this season.
But he plans to continue Lauren's First and Goal football camp at Lafayette next summer.
We're no longer the dark horse. People know that we're coming.
They have a nationally recognized sound that's tough to beat. That's next on the High School Blitz.
Hey, check out the great High School Blitz page on NBC10.com. Send us an email about what is happening at your school.
And you can see the Blitz again Monday at 6 p.m. on the Comcast Network and Wednesday at 4 in the afternoon on Comcast Sportsnet.
Or watch us anytime with Xfinity On Demand. Tonight's show will be available by 8:30 p.m. and can be accessed for the next 2 weeks. Simply press On Demand on your Xfinity remote, scroll to the Get Local folder, go to the Sports folder, and then select NBC 10 Sports.
Defending a championship. It's been a theme for our show today, if you haven't noticed yet. But this goal isn't reserved exclusively for the athletes on the field.
How about the bands? The Absegami High School Marching Band won a national championship this season. We closed this week's show with their quest for a repeat. Enjoy.
And we'll see you next Saturday night at 7 o'clock.
The Absegami Band, we have 92 members this year. We're no longer the dark horse. People know that we're coming, and they're ready to get us.
Our win from last year is more motivating us.
We really want to make this another undefeated season like we had last year and just make GAMI history 2 years in a row.
We decided to step it up this year. We're giving them a much more difficult book. And we figure defending champs, doing a repeat is amazing, but the ultimate goal really is to make sure that they're improving each year. Think about posture, guys.
We have our band camp, which is 13 hours a day for 5 days straight, which is entirely marching.
Don't get off!
It's hard, but we all get through it, and it brings us closer, and it makes us better.
We really come together, not only as friends, not only as a band, as a family, and we all share that love and passion for music.